Hey everybody, NFT fans, welcome back to the NFT podcast. I'm your host Eugene, aka Crypto MC. We explore the NFT space and try to separate the essence from hype and to realize the potential of this amazing tool. And today I'm so proud to announce that I'm joined by Maria Vovchok. She's my colleague in the industry because she is the MC at crypto events too. And we were walking together at one stage in Yerevan, Armenia. And here we are sending warm greetings to the brilliant Nooor blockchain Armenia team and its president, Vigen Arushanyan. He will be my guest at the next episode. And she's also the ambassador of Trustee Wallet like me. And now she's deeply involved into NFT space and broadcasting right now from Dubai. So Maria, it's a great pleasure to have you on my podcast.
Thank you so much, Eugene. And it's for me, it's also a great pleasure and honor also to join your podcast. And as you said earlier, we had like really nice history in blockchain. And that's why it's all the time really pleasant and really nice actually to talk to you. And as you know, always it's always like pleasure to have you here in Dubai, because I'm sure that very soon you'll come here and we can even have this podcast even like not only online, but also, recorded offline. Recorded here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dubai. It's an excellent place. I'll ask you about Dubai just later. Before we start talking about NFTs and its potential, I would love to hear your personal story. How did you get from journalism and media into the blockchain space?
Well, I may tell you that maybe from my perspective, it's very logical way, and I'll explain you why. I think a journalist is a person who is very curious, and this is definitely what I can tell about myself. And this is definitely what I can, this is like, I would even say that this is not just profession, but this is like who I am. I'm really curious person. I'm really curious about learning something new. I'm really excited about like learning something about challenging stuff. And to be honest, at the moment, like when I entered this space in 2017, for me, it was like a new challenge, because to be honest, before that, I was really curious about IT technologies. I wanted to do a program and help people to find out about everything what is going on in IT world, what is going on at that time in Ukraine, Kiev. I was working at the time at the Ukrainian national radio station. So I was thinking from this perspective. But later on, when I entered this space as a journalist, I also like started like to work in the news, in the crypto news. And I remember at the time I visited my first ever blockchain conference. And this is like really was something so exciting at the same time, so challenging, because for you to understand, like I've already like heard and learned a lot about like IT. But right now, when you come into the blockchain conference and you heard like a range of new terms, which you have never heard before, and you want to know what does it mean exactly, how does it work? And I was so pleased, I was so happy that I visited that one, that I actually had this, like, I don't know, craving to know about this. And this is actually how my work, like how my journey started. I became a journalist in one of the crypto medias. After that, I worked in a couple of those. And I was so excited, like actually to interview those people, those technocrats, those visionaries who actually were talking about the things which to the average, from the average perspective, seems something like really extraordinary. So I think for those people who were entering, like who were early adopters of blockchain technology, these are just really not average, but extraordinary people with a bright mind, with a great vision. And I believe I think not to offend anyone, but these are one of the most interesting people I've met in my life so far.
Well, this question was not planned, but I'm super curious. What are the pros and cons to be the lady in the blockchain space? May you explain?
Okay, I'll tell you, like, and to be honest, all the time, I'm being honest in this case. From the one perspective, it's really pleasant because like the majority of men, they are treating you really nicely. I'm really excited when I see women who are entering this space. There are not so many so far, but it's also like really interesting to like see bright women. And a lot of those people I actually met when, as you said, I was moderating a blockchain conference. And also, as you said, like I became ambassador of Trustee Wallet. I became ambassador of Ukrainian Blockchain Association and presenting them and at different conferences. Generally, these are men, of course, but also you see a lot of, you see like over the coming years, the number of women is getting like bigger. So at the same time, I would say maybe the attitude is like really special, but also like I'm really excited when I see women here more and more as well.
Well, as an introduction, let's go back to NFTs. This is the general topic of our talk today. Have you already created your personal definition of NFT or non-fungible tokens?
Well,
say, how do you explain what is it for, especially for non-crypto people?
Well, I will tell you, like, this is like, from my perspective, there are like two notions, which I consider to be the correct one. Of course, the one is like, which is the common one. It's just a digital token, which is unique and native to the blockchain and which are not interchangeable, because like, this is like, I really like this example. It's really, it's not a new one, but it's really easy. Like with any kind of currency, fiat currency, you can exchange $1 with the other, but you cannot exchange one NFTs with the NFTs because it's unique. But to be honest, like in simpler terms, it's just a digital object which has some data and computer code, and it actually conveys the ownership of something. So of course, this property can be online, like the virtual real asset in the digital world, or maybe sometimes like, I don't know, some kind of like special item in video games. So it starts like from, it can be again something real, like real estate, painting, a concert ticket, whatever. But again, there have been even like some NFT hybrids, but this is like already, it's another topic like to discuss. But if we're talking again about the NFTs, one of the most important thing we have to like bear in mind, because the hype started recently, but actually everybody already knows that it started actually in 2017, because the first NFT happened, like was created there. And of course, everybody knows about CryptoKitties. So from my perspective, it's it can be explained really easily, just the ownership in virtual world of the asset in the physical world.
Cool, understandable. We have faced unexpected NFT hype in 2020, 2021. Do you have any thoughts about its reasons? Why did we fail?
Well, of course, I may say that this was at that time probably something even expected, because when we actually observe what is happening in the blockchain space, like every new trend which is coming, there is like a cycle of hype. But to be honest, Eugen, from the what I have learned so far, I can see that this is like just the beginning of the hype. So this is like, for example, it's like with the price of Bitcoin. When it jumped to $300, it already was considered to be a hype, but it was not comparatively compared to, I mean, it's not even compared to the hype which happened in 2017 when it reached $20,000. So from this perspective, this was one of the hypes. Of course, it was created because there was an access to a new world, in this case, to a new digital asset, to the new, from this perspective, opening up new liquidity, opening up like a way to earn and represent, for example, your art, for example, if we're talking about artists in a digital world. And it actually created the access to the new people. So we can say, at that time, because it has this kind of network effect. It accesses the people who are actually can gain a lot of benefits from it. And from this, they cannot be even, at some point, even like from the beginning, they were not, I think, even very acquainted with the blockchain technology. But I believe that those hypes at the same time like were proven because people started to learn more about blockchain. I hope so. And about all the other DeFi, decentralized finances, and of course the major cryptocurrencies as well. But additional thing, which I believe it has at some point it has pros and cons. The one cons which I observed, but it was fortunately only at the beginning, that some people who I did not know that they are artists, and they started to create in their art just to mint it. So I can tell this. I believe it really helped a lot of artists in particular, but also with the hype, sometimes it was felt only at the beginning that it's some exceptional examples. It was more like art for the sake of NFT, but not NFT for the sake of art. Now I still believe this hype is like getting lowered, but it's still like more and more people and more different new use cases can be opened to this with the help of NFTs. So I think the hype is over, but the still the cycle, the biggest cycle is still is far ahead of us, and I think that there will be much more. It will be exploding with much more greater power, and more and more people will be involved.
Well, hypes seem like an essential part of the developing crypto industry, which industry inevitable quest for recent years. What projects regarding NFTs are you involved right now?
So as I said earlier, because we are going to see, I believe, bigger hype, and from this perspective, real use cases again, not only for the digital art, the art pieces, it of course, it proven already interesting use cases for collectibles and gaming, etc. I believe that one of the important things is also to help to display like one of the best pieces from this perspective. So right now I'm managing, I'm the major organizer of one of the greatest, I hope so, events in Dubai, which is going to take place in October on the 14th and 15th of October in Palm de Atlantis, iconic Palm de Atlantis. And we are going to display the, like, some of the pieces still I cannot announce because a lot of interesting collaborations are like on the way. But I believe that we are going to display one of the most exciting NFT pieces, and this will be like huge exhibition there. We're going to discuss it. We're going to, again, talk about real use cases of NFTs, maybe in real estate as well. We're going to invite people who are, in this case, also are major decision makers in United Arab Emirates when we're talking about like the blockchain space, the crypto space. And we're going at the same time combine on one stage, I would say, people who are from this perspective are, maybe you may say from the different angles are involved in the blockchain space. So on the one hand, from the regulatory side, but on the other hand, I would say visionaries, again, mind-blowing, I would say, in their projects, entrepreneurs who are going to, again, share their vision with the people. And also, I believe so, get interested more and more people, the locals from United Arab Emirates, to be more interested in crypto and learn more and more about crypto, again, DeFi, NFTs, major cryptocurrencies, DAOs, decentralized autonomous organization, etc. So a lot of topics will be covered. A huge exhibition is on the way. I hope really interesting partnerships are also will be there, and we also would want to invite you there because we also would love to see you there as well. And I would love to see all of our viewers who are listening to us right now. Dubai, especially in October, is lovely. Right now, it's a bit hot right now, but still, I believe so. In October, you will be like very excited to come here. Moreover, in October, like huge, I think a lot of people are coming because a huge event is taking place. The opening up of Expo, which is going to take place starting from October till I think the end of March of 2022. So this will be like, I think these 6 months will be really exciting. And one of like the opening events of this, again, great wave of events is also our Web of 3 Summit. So it's World of Web 3 Summit, sorry. So it's WOW Summit, in other words, World of Web 3 Summit. I'm sure we will also share the links. So I hope that you will also be able actually to register there, or like already find what you're the most interested in about this, and also you would be able to join. So
Well,
this is like one of my biggest projects so far, and I would say, Eugen, that so far it's one of my biggest passion to gather those people under one roof, and moreover, like to display all of the most exciting objects from the NFT world.
It all sounds good. Thank you for the invitation of our listeners. Ladies and gentlemen, you may find the event Maria was talking about in the description of this video, October, Dubai. By the way, Masha, beyond the digital art, how do you see the potential use cases about NFTs in the near future? Do you have any vision?
So one of the things which I already mentioned, I believe so that more and more all of these art pieces will be on display again. And as I said earlier, sometimes you like some of the like a bit cons of this thing, what is going on is that you sometimes see, as I said, like the art for the sake of NFTs, but not vice versa. But I believe so that a lot of very talented people will get the possibility to earn on what they are actually doing the best. So it's not only, of course, about the digital art, but of course, we're going to see, and we're already seeing this in gaming. And if we actually analyze, a lot of people are actually like using this, and for them it's like similar as it was with CryptoKitties. You became so attached to your kitties in that case. So in that case, maybe you'll be in a nice way attached to like to the NFTs which you own in this case. More and more hype we can see with the jumping of celebrities as well, and I believe this is going to, from this perspective, is going to expand, because as you know, maybe you heard or recently, I think it's really nice that you can actually kind of own a part of the team of Formula One, which I think is really cool. You can like be the owner of an NBA team or something like that, or like you can actually in the future also use it for real estate. So as you have heard, like for example, the tokenization, like it helps actually to bring more liquidity to real estate. So from this perspective, NFT can also like fractionalize it. And with this, a new wave of investors is coming, because from this perspective, you don't have to, like, for example, for the NFT to own just one NFT, you don't have to buy the whole building. You can just like, I don't know, have the ownership of one apartment, for example. And in this case, it can be also used with the potential of NFTs. So iGaming, of course, art, real estate, I think we're going to see this a lot of, again, but in the future, who knows? I think, Eugen, it's going to be like, again, all of the concert tickets will be in NFTs. Your birth certificate will be in NFT, and much more. I still don't know, well, like what will be the end, but this is like really using this new exciting technology, and from this perspective, use the potential, which like I think all of my like my generation is really comfortable with, is to have it's like the virtual asset, the ownership of the virtual asset, it seems like that, but still you know that you own it. It doesn't have to be the physical one.
I'll totally agree with you. By the way, the topic of merging real estate with NFTs is super interesting. I would love to have a speaker on my podcast. If you know such a guy or lady, please suggest me, especially from Dubai. Would be excellent to have a speaker from Dubai talking about real estate NFTs. Maybe one of the speaker of your future event. Maybe.
Oh, this is. By the way, I should definitely watch your podcast later on, because I'm really excited about this one. I really want to learn about this one. What will be, because still we need to understand that in terms of real estate, I think that there might be some pitfalls, and from this perspective, like this, you still need to discuss it. But nevertheless, I'm sure that like, of course, it will be not only with real estate, but this is one of the most exciting, interesting use cases. I believe so.
Well, how to get involved into the NFT space for newbies? First, baby steps.
So in this case, do you mean if you want to buy this, or do you want to mint it? Because of course,
Let's
these
say
are like,
in general, to touch, to look into the space to, I call it to touch by your mind, to see.
Okay. So, you know what I really liked when I was, we used to have a blockchain hub in Kiev, Ukraine. And I was at that time, like, I was visiting all of the lectures, all of the meetings which were up there. And I remember that the president of our blockchain association, once he said, like, every time, Mike Chabanyan, by the way, you know him, and he mentioned that every time when you learning about something, you have to like have your skin in the game. You have to like try it out. So I believe so when you learn about like NFTs, you need to buy at least one of NFT. Just, I mean, of course, if you're talking about some like more expensive digital art pieces, they might be more expensive, but of course you can start from something small. You can even mint it, and I'll tell about this later. But from the beginning, just buying, it's really easy. For example, one of the examples, you just need to have Ether, an Ethereum wallet. The most common is, for example, MetaMask. And then you add some Ether to your wallet, and then you go to NFT marketplaces, the one which are like one of the most famous: Mintable, OpenSea, Super Rare, Rareable, etc. And there are even much more of these NFT marketplaces, but these are like the leading open ones. So of course you can even create your own NFT, and of course from this perspective, if you're a content creator, or I don't know, 3D designer, 3D models designer, or something like that, like whatever, and you can actually turn your piece of work into NFT. So from this perspective, you can probably use Mintable, if I'm not mistaken, because Super Rare, for example, it has still, you need to be approved by the members of the team. So it's not 100% decentralized, I would say, like this. But you can go on the Mintable. Just you need to sign up your account. Then you just need to have your own store. Go to Mint in Mintable store, and then in that case, you can even like mint for something. I don't know. You can even, I don't know, your birth certificate. You can even do this like that. But I believe so. Probably better example would be with something that you actually created, because we're talking about content creation. And maybe you're a sculptor, or I don't know, like, or again, a painting, really, I would say already easy example. But this is like, I would say this one of like most common wallets and marketplaces. But right now, Eugen, if we actually analyze, we can see that a lot of already wallets which are offering you to buy cryptocurrency, they're also offering you to buy NFTs. And for example, you've heard probably about, everybody knows crypto.com. And for example, really, again, the NFTs on Aston Martin or Formula One, you can already purchase there. So right now, I think it will be like more and more common. It will be so easy as right now we're buying Bitcoin. You just need to download the application. And among the applications here, you can buy Ethereum, or you can buy for Ether, or not exactly even right now for Ether, NFT. But of course, with Ether, it's easier.
Awesome. I would also suggest to read the famous NFT Bible from OpenSea. You may easily find by searching on Google this excellent explanation and introduction into the NFT world. Finally, Maria, what is so interesting in Dubai? Dubai has already apparently become the Mecca for crypto enthusiasts. What's so interesting there? Should every crypto enthusiast visit this city, and why?
I'll tell you honestly, Eugen, I was not planning just a year ago. I was not planning that I'll come to Dubai specifically. With a lot of events which happen, taking into account of course, the epidemic situation, COVID-19 situation. Anyway, I was already thinking that maybe I should try my luck as well abroad, because before that I already has got like quite a lot of like invitations to work abroad. But at that time, before that, I was not like, I wouldn't say I was not ready probably. And honestly, I was not like thinking that it would be definitely Dubai. But when I came here, it turned out that really a lot of my acquaintances from, I would say, my international network, they came here somebody stayed here, and they already also like got their like they stay here like a residence already. Somebody like coming and going, and like, but they're spending a lot of time here. From what I can say, I believe so, and I don't want like to take this role from other cities, but I believe so that in the future, Dubai, you may say, will be a Middle East hub, or as they even also Guy Yanpolsky, with whom like he's right now at Guyway Network, and together we're creating our World of Web3 Summit. He said that this will be like a safe harbor probably for crypto. I believe that this is a place where a lot of more enthusiasts will come, and a lot of new interesting initiatives are taking place right now. If you actually analyze, just recently, there are new regulations were coming out, which already are recognizing crypto not as a medium of exchange, but already as an asset which holds the money's value. And that's not all. Just recently already, you can buy real estate again, an apartment with Bitcoin. Just recently, new Bitcoin, the first Bitcoin fund ever was already set up here. So I believe so more and more things, very interesting things, very crypto friendly are coming in United Arab Emirates. And also, if we analyze even earlier, in 2016, there was a blockchain strategy announced here. And a lot of like already a lot of assets, a lot of like, I would say activities going on the blockchain. So I believe so that Dubai, specifically United Arab Emirates, will be one of the most active in this space. And that's why it attracts a lot of people who are actually very, very serious in the blockchain space. Like, for example, Kraken is already opening up here offices. Other companies, they are setting up offices here because they see the potential. And I believe so that a lot of people from our Ukrainian blockchain community are looking into Dubai, and they're just not coming here just to have fun and to visit blockchain conferences, but also potentially to set up companies here. Like some of them, they already also set up offices in Dubai and Abu Dhabi as well. And I think that this trend is like, despite the fact that the world is partially like gradually is opening up, I still think that a lot of activities, specifically in blockchain, they will be taking place in Dubai, and we're going to see more and more interesting things being created here specifically.
Awesome. Sounds intriguing. We should come to Dubai.
That's for sure.
This fall on events and quite more. Well, thank you very much, Maria. It's been a pleasure to understand your vision on the NFT segment of the crypto industry. Ladies and gentlemen, you were listening to the Nifty podcast. It is supported by the Nifty protocol. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell button for not missing the future episodes. Maria Vovchok, right now from Dubai, and Eugene, aka Crypto MC, we're with you. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next episode.
Thank you so much.